Pickford to replace David De Gea at Manchester United. This story really came out yesterday, and I thought I should first go back, think about it, put it, and brainstorm about it to see whether it's a no-brainer or it's really worth talking about. But because we are lacking news, obviously, there is no way you can talk about such a story because it's outside there, and I have to go on and really do some deep analysis over it. Scot Mactominay suspended. Then we are having someone else in the names of Fabrizio Romano also having some things to say about a man who goes by the names of David De Gea in there for you at United Matters channel. Welcome to the Man United News Show. Where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. I apologize for coming late, but obviously we have to do the 3 videos. As you know, yesterday we did the 3 videos, and even today we are going to go ahead and really do the 3 videos because this is what we are supposed to be doing in there for you. So Rock and David is my name, guys. Subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Remember, yesterday we did 3 and today we are bringing in 3. And obviously Verratti rumored that he's not starting into this, he's not included in the starting 11 of France, but I'm here waiting to see how they're really going to line up. Remember, they are playing Denmark, and the lineup of Denmark is already out. And guess who is starting for side which goes by names of Denmark? It's Eriksson in there for you, starting for side which goes by the names of Denmark. And we are waiting to see what is really going to happen in that game today, because France needs this win and Denmark needs this win. Because when you look at their group, obviously Croatia is topping the group with 10 points. Denmark has 9 points and France has 5, meaning that if there is a team that needs a win today, it's none other than France. But Denmark is not an easy nut to crack. So let's wait and see what's going to result from that game. I'll be coming in here and really letting you know what the results of that game are really going to be. So let's get straight into this story. Now, David De Gea's contract is left with 1 year. And obviously, rumors are everywhere that whether he's really going to go on and really be given a new contract or they're not going to give him a new contract. We are waiting to see in there for you. But guess what? That has shocked me. It has come from Mike McGrath, football reporter at Daily Mail, told us that Manchester United are weighing up whether to trigger David De Gea's contract option and extend his contract to 2024. United assessing their long-term plan, and a change of number 1 could bring the likes of Jordan Pickford into the frame. Now, I'm not going to discuss a lot about the contract, but what has really shocked me is Jordan Pickford being put into this equation. Jordan Pickford and Manchester United, first and foremost, are parallel. They'll never meet. They'll never meet. Never in life will these two ever meet. You can't tell me that they're exciting goalkeepers like Raya. There is Sanchez. There is this young boy who plays for Leeds, who is the goalkeeper for Leeds. And which other upcoming goalkeeper? You get those keepers of the sort. And you're talking about a player who goes by Pickford. Pickford, to me, to be a goalkeeper at Everton is okay, but he doesn't have the qualities to become the first choice goalkeeper of Manchester United. And secondly, I don't believe that he is really that ball-playing goalkeeper that Erik ten Hag will go in for. And I believe there is pressure at Manchester United at all on Erik ten Hag to really pressurize him to go in and really sign an English player. And it's going to be hard for this man to sign an English player. Do you know why? He came out and said in his interview while with the preseason that he believes in signing English talent, but the problem is their quality is low and they are really expensive. Yet he is really a manager who is here to go on and really build a team. Now, this same thing will happen to Erik ten Hag. I know in these first 2 seasons, he won't go in for English players. And the only way he'll go in for English players is when he has really built up his team and feels like, all right, now we need to add in some English players in this team. But obviously, the board is piling pressure onto this. And I know they want to get rid of David De Gea, first and foremost, because he's earning £375,000 a week. And now they have a reason to tell Erik ten Hag that he's not the goalkeeper you want and can you bring in? Can we bring in another goalkeeper? And they are forcing him to scout a goalkeeper in the names of Pickford. These are the Glazers. This is the board forcing him to scout an English player because the brand Manchester United was built so much on English players. But time changes. Even Man City, it used to have very many English players. Andy Cole, Sean Wright-Phillips, Gareth Bale, is it Gota? They used to be having very many English players in them. But trust me, right now, after getting 3 English players out of the starting 11 of United, United is looking a far much better team. Harry Maguire dropped, Luke Shaw dropped, and Bissaka dropped. We are looking a better team than we were with these English players. Now, the only English players that are really starting in this game of football, I'll say Scot Mactominay because he comes in from United Kingdom, because Scotland is part of United Kingdom, Jadon Sancho, and Rashford. 3 English players are now into the starting lineup of Erik ten Hag. And I believe this is annoying the Glazers a lot, and that's why such news is coming out and loitering around that United is linked to Jordan Pickford. I personally believe that, yeah, they have a point in what they're saying, especially not in bringing in a player in the names of not bringing in a player in the names of Jordan Pickford, but in David De Gea not being a ball-playing goalkeeper and so much more. So I believe they have a point in what they are saying. But when you really want to replace David De Gea, you don't replace him with Pickford. Guys, you see, look at Liverpool. When they wanted to bring another goalkeeper after that disastrous loss against Real Madrid in the finale, you remember when the goalkeeper gifted a ball to Karim Benzema when the game was 0-0 and Karim Benzema really scored. You get Mo Salah getting an injury, and when Jurgen Klopp sat with the board, they really got to know that they lost that Champions League finale because of their defense and obviously the goalkeeper. So what they did, they went in for Virgil van Dijk for £75 million. You get a defender that is world class, and he has really gone ahead to really play very well for Liverpool. Then they went ahead also to sign in a goalkeeper, Alisson Becker, at £70 million. You get, for me, I have no problem with United going in to sign a player who is in the level of Alisson, all De Gea, but good at shot stopping and good at really ball playing or being a super goalkeeper, and his ball distribution is really world class. I have no problem with it. But that is like we are downgrading. Going to Pickford, it's a downgrade. It's a downgrade, and we should really call it out. You can't bring Pickford. By the way, however much I believe that Dean Henderson is not at that level of being a Manchester United goalkeeper, especially first choice, but he can be a second choice goalkeeper. I believe Dean Henderson is better than Pickford to me. If you are bringing in Jordan Pickford, I rather stay with Dean Henderson. That's it, because at a club like Manchester United, he won't be exposed a lot to being reached at easily, and obviously we'll be having the majority of the ball, especially if at all that Ten Hag ball or Ten Hag philosophy really sinks deep into this team. I believe that's the way to go. But Jordan Pickford to Manchester United, to me, I take it as a joke. It's one of those jokes that I don't believe Erik ten Hag can sanction such a deal to happen at Manchester United, because this guy is nowhere near the quality of Manchester United. I don't really believe he's near the quality of Manchester United. Then Fabrizio Romano on David De Gea has told us that for sure the David De Gea situation has to be clarified, but I'm told on both player and club side there is still no decision made yet. He said it via the Court Offside podcast, and he's telling us that the board has not yet reached a situation or a decision to clarify this. But for me, I believe Ten Hag wouldn't like to lose David De Gea for now, because he came out and really he came out and really defended David De Gea when we lost to a team which goes by Brentford. They asked him, do you believe David De Gea is really the best goalkeeper for you? He said yes. Can he play from the back? He said yes. Is he a super goalkeeper? He said yes. And they asked him, why are you saying yes when he has really gone ahead to really bottle this game of football? He told them that I believe he can do that because in training he exactly does that. And to me, I believe Erik ten Hag has already seen the potential of David De Gea as far as ball distribution is concerned. That's why you see to it that when you're playing teams that are really of a lesser level, David De Gea starts that ball from the back and obviously goes on to build from there with the defenders, Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. So to me, I believe this deal is going to be sanctioned and it will be triggered, but I know one time, David De Gea is going to reach an extra zone earning £375,000 a week because that's what he's earning. So I believe that's way too much for him. But if at all he really completes this season, while he has really totally improved on his ball passing and distribution and being a ball-playing goalkeeper, guys, trust me, he can even request for more because he will be really world class. That's known to everyone. David De Gea is world class, and obviously no one doubts his capability of being the best shot stopper in the world. Now, him improving onto the ball distribution and being a press resistant goalkeeper is one of those that we should call for, and let's wait and see whether he's going to go on and improve, as Fabrizio is really telling us about David De Gea. Now, Fabrizio Romano again told us that Manchester United will decide on new contracts in the next months. Before January, nothing has been decided, meaning that after the World Cup, all the contracts will be really decided on after the World Cup. That's it. People like David De Gea's situation that we've already talked about. Diego Delo, who scored a brace yesterday for Portugal. Obviously, they'll trigger and obviously negotiate on a new deal because he's really looking fantabulous. That is Diego Delo. The other player is Luke Shaw. Marcus Rashford, his contract situation is also needs to be looked into. We look at people like Harry Maguire. I believe they're still here for some 2 seasons, and I believe for him, his contract situation won't be really given green light by Erik ten Hag because Ten Hag doesn't really believe in lots of things that happen to a man who goes by the names of Harry Maguire and is not a perfect fit into his style of football, especially because he really wants to be playing a high line, and Harry Maguire is a slow centre-back and no one can really cover him up because you're responsible for one side of the central defense, and obviously the other defender is responsible for the other side of the central defense. So Harry Maguire, if at all he's playing on the right side of the central defense, is responsible for everything that happens that side. And guess what? He can't really partner with any of those. So to me, I believe Dalot, Shaw, David De Gea and Rashford are really going to be given new contracts. That's it. But for Harry Maguire, I don't believe they should really give him a new contract because I think he is way past that level of being given a new contract because he's alarming. Then, after Fabrizio confirming to us that they are really going to go on and do the needful, but let's wait and see what's going to happen in there. For now, we've been told that Scot Mactominay will be suspended for the final Nations League game against Ukraine after receiving another yellow card last night. To me, the reason as to why I've brought in this story is because he's just one yellow card away from missing another game, even in the Premier League. You get? I think he should improve his game. Trust me, I've seen CDMs, but it's written nowhere that a CDM should be characterized by really getting very many yellow cards. For the Premier League, for example, I think he got 2 stupid yellow cards in the game of Brighton and the game of Brentford. They are avoidable, but he really went in for stupid tackles. That is Scot Mactominay. So I believe he should improve on his tackling and his intelligence, especially when he's really going to go on and really make a tackle, especially into any area of the pitch, because you should be knowing that you are really at a level of playing for Manchester United. And he should be knowing that it's a blessing in disguise for him that he's starting ahead of Casemiro. And the only reason that he's starting ahead of Casemiro is Casemiro was not with United the preseason. I know when Casemiro picks up, Scot Mactominay won't have a place into that Manchester United team. And with now having a chance like this, you wouldn't like to go in and really get a yellow card and see yourself suspended, because you've already been suspended in the Ukraine game. That means he's already flying back to Manchester, and for us it's good news because he's going to be available for Man City. You never know, he would have gotten an injury in the game of Ukraine. So we are really applauding for that, because he has been one of the best improved players under Ten Hag, especially in these games we've been playing, and we've been winning them consecutively. But at the United side, it affects him a lot, because Scot Mactominay wouldn't like to be suspended to give Casemiro a chance. Trust me, if you give Casemiro a chance to play into the Premier League and plays very well, obviously, when the manager, Erik Ten Hag, is trying to really choose the starting 11 and who is going to play as a CDM, obviously, when you put Scot McTominay and Casemiro, provided both are really performing well at their levels, then he'll be nowhere near the first 11. He'll obviously go to the bench. So I believe he should really look through himself and obviously know that these yellow cards are not a trademark for him, because Scot McTominay and yellow cards are really the same. They are perpendicular. They happen to meet at a certain angle, which is 90 degrees. So they are not parallel. So he should really turn him and yellow cards from being perpendicular to being parallel, such that he can play close to 10 games and has like 3 yellow cards or 2, because United, the kind of game we play, doesn't really call for our CDM to go in and really get very many yellow cards, because we rarely play these big teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool and Man City, because in such games you expect a midfield to be battling against the best midfielders in the world, in the names of Rodri, Fabinho, Jorginho. You get Thomas Partey, that caliber, the Thiago Alcantaras of this world, the Kevin De Bruynes, which will call you to foul a lot of times. But when you're playing teams that are really small, there's no reason for us to be going in and really getting yellow cards stupidly like that. Not so. So guys, tell me what you think about Pickford to replace David De Gea, Scot McTominay suspended, and obviously Fabrizio Romano coming out and really giving us a highlight on what is happening in at Manchester United. Thank you guys for watching in. Rokan David is my name. I sign out for now. First video of the day. More videos are yet to come. I sign out for now. See you later, and I hand you over to the Almighty Lord, and may Him protect you and grant you all the good things you are requesting from Him.